You want gold? Forget leprechauns and rainbows. The real treasure is deep underground, moved by forces that split mountains. These forces create faults, the Earth's plumbing system. Hot, gold-rich water flows through these cracks, forming veins. Understanding faults is key. Guessing wastes time and money. Faults are gold highways delivering treasure from the Earth's depths. Some veins are tiny, others massive, making you a king. It's not luck. It's understanding the Earth's blueprint. Learn to read it, and you'll hunt the real motherlode. For millions of years, mountains rise and erode, exposing gold. The ground shifts, old faults bury, new ones open. Find faults bringing gold close to the surface. Many follow old-timers, digging where others dug. That's a fool's game. They missed more than they found. Think like a hunter, track your prize. Faults tell you where gold came from and where it hides. Every crack and break is a clue, a puzzle to solve. Forget legends and get-rich-quick schemes. The path to gold is written in stone. Learn to read the cracks in the ground. Not all faults are equal. Some are ancient and buried. We're after fresh quaternary faults, young and active. These faults still move, shake, and bring gold to the surface. Erosion exposes gold in uplifted rock, forming placer deposits. Old faults' gold is often washed away, buried under dirt. Quaternary faults actively lift new material, exposing fresh veins. They're like a mince conveyor belt still running. Imagine a safe full of money. Old faults are empty safes. Quaternary faults are safes cracked open today, spilling treasure. Look for sharp mountain fronts, offset streams, fresh rockfalls. These signs scream, dig here. The ground shows you treasure. Hunt for young, restless faults shaping the world. They're engines of gold deposition, breaking rock and lifting it. Finding these systems is like finding a placer deposit source. You're not just finding flakes, you're finding the factory. That's how you go from weekend panner to serious operator. We need young faults, but what makes them rich? Gold needs a recipe: heat, grind, and squeeze. First, a heat source, magma chambers full of hot, mineral-rich water. This water carries gold, no magma, no gold. Next, the grind faults grind rock into dust, called fault gouge. This porous gouge acts like a sponge for gold-bearing water. The change in pressure and temperature traps gold in the gouge. A good fault is a zone of broken ground ready for gold. Then, the squeeze uplift brings buried gold deposits to the surface. Without uplift, gold stays locked deep underground. Uplift exposes lode deposits and feeds placer deposits. Finally, fault intersections. Where faults cross, gold jackpots. Intersections create fractured rock zones for gold deposition. Fluid flow focuses here, dropping massive gold quantities. The perfect recipe: fault, magma, gouge, uplift, intersections. Find that, and you found the treasure map's X. This is the blueprint for finding gold. It's not just about luck, it's about understanding geology. Use this knowledge to find the richest ore bodies. The treasure is there if you know where to look. How to find quaternary faults without wandering aimlessly. Start from the sky with satellite imagery and digital elevation models. Get a geological map showing rock types and known faults. Look for quaternary faults. They're your primary targets. Use satellite imagery to spot recent fault activity. Look for lineaments, straight lines cutting across the landscape. Faults are zones, not single lines. Look for valleys, springs, vegetation. Trace lineaments on your map, especially where they cross known faults. Use DEMS to see ground shape in detail. Look for straight, steep mountain fronts, fault scarps, wineglass canyons. Streams bent or offset by fault movement are dead giveaways. Confirm lines from satellite images are real, active structures. Create a custom map with geological maps, lineaments, scarps, and streams. Identify high-priority target zones for gold. This homework saves time and fuel when you hit the ground. A predictive map shows where gold should be found. With your map, it's time to walk the ground. Maps get you close, but you need to find the right spot. Verify what you saw on maps, walk target fault zones. Look for fault gouge and slicken sides as proof of major structures. Sample soil and gullies crossing faults with a gold pan. Look for fine gold specks, faults shedding gold will show it. Use a rock hammer to break open rocks in fault zones. Look for rust-colored staining from sulfide minerals. Pay attention to fault intersections, they're prime targets. Intersections have shattered rock and quartz veins. Map veins, see their direction, and sample each system. Structural geology helps predict ore locations. Don't get distracted by old mine shafts. Follow the fault. Use structure to guide you, not just old workings. Map intersections and sample systematically. Build a 3D model of the gold deposit in your head. Understand fault depth, direction, and intersections. Find the part of the vein old-timers missed or a new one. This isn't just theory, it's how big discoveries are made. Professionals use this method in productive gold regions. In Nevada, Quaternary faults create mountain ranges and valleys. The Carlin Trend's biggest deposits are along these fault systems. Geologists map structures with precision, not aimlessly. California's mother lode is controlled by the Maloney's fault zone. Younger faults intersecting the mother lode reveal new deposits. Modern geology revives old gold fields with structural understanding. In the Andes, massive quaternary faults push up mountains. Mines like Yanacocha in Peru are in uplifted volcanic craters. Geologists use satellite imagery and mapping for new targets. The principles are the same. Find young faults for gold. From Nevada to the Andes, big money follows big structures. Weekend panners find flakes, serious prospectors find fault sources. This approach is based on gold deposit formation physics. It's a repeatable scientific system, not luck. What's the difference between a smart prospector and an empty wallet? The smart prospector uses structure as their guide. They don't chase rumors or old maps, they make their own. Gold isn't random, it follows rules, mainly faults. Faults are roads bringing gold. If you're not on them, you're lost. Change your mindset. Find a system, not just a nugget. A nugget is a symptom. The fault zone is the source. View every clue through the lens of structure. Springs, tree lines, and barren landscapes hint at faults. This scientific approach requires upfront work with maps and geology. The payoff is targeting high-probability success areas. It's the difference between a shotgun and a sniper rifle. Learn to read the ground. Let faults guide you. Faults tell the story of gold's journey. Old-timers found gold, but we have technology and knowledge. Mapping quaternary faults is your biggest advantage. Prospect with your brain, not just your back. Use structure to find gold efficiently and effectively. We've covered why quaternary faults are key. They lift gold-bearing rock to the surface. The recipe: magma heat, fault gouge sponge, uplift, intersections. It's geology, not magic. Understand the process to find gold. Use modern tools, maps, satellite images, and fault signs. Build a treasure map before burning fuel. Verify on the ground broken rock, quartz veins, rust stains. Sample systematically, thinking about controlling structure. Smart work, not just hard work. Forget folklore and old tales. We're in the business of making money with a plan. Follow structure. Geology is the only reliable map. Faults lead to the X, more reliable than stories. Rocks don't lie, they tell you what happened. Learn their language and stop chasing ghosts. Start fresh with a clean map and structural geology. Identify quaternary faults, map intersections, and walk the ground. Be methodical, patient, and smart. Gold is out there, controlled by geology. Now you know how to use geology to your advantage. So what are you waiting for? Get to work.